Dark. I hope you all had a great week, a great chopper week. Hope everybody that got a chance to ride in the fair weather land where we are enjoyed their week. I know everybody up north is a little cold, a little too much. Um, we got some cool stuff tonight, so let's kickstart this baby and get it rolling. Something cool. If you're involved in a nonprofit organization that uses power sports to change lives, Komodo wants to help. Check out Komodo Cares program. This program is for uh, nonprofits who are doing good stuff in their community. They're donating to them anywhere from $500 to $5,000 every quarter to participate and help you inspire your community to use power sports to help change lives. And with that said, I understand that growing up, motorcycles saved me from a lot of weird, strange, bad stuff. So definitely check out Komodo Cares program. All right. Laura Clock, speaking of nonprofits, our wonderful sister who just finished a bike build with the Mitchell Technical College kids. They went to Meckham Auto Auction. There she is on that beautiful bike they customized. And she has been named as the Grand Marshal for the 83rd Sturgis Rally. So I'm excited for her. What she's doing with the kids is priceless. I don't know exactly what the bike brought, but whatever the amount, it doesn't matter because she's changing lives. We love that. Also, NHRA Pro Stock motorcycle racer Angel Sampay is going to be the guest speaker at the AIM Expo, and that is in February. So anybody who's going to the trade show, if you're looking for something good to check out, I'm real excited about it. Mr. Callen says 25,000 is what the bike brought. Awesome. Kudos for that. That's very cool. Okay, so don't forget, we got the Flying Pistons breakfast coming up for, Sons of Speed first, right? I think Sons of Speed on Saturday, March 4th. And then we have the Flying Pistons Builder Breakfast. If you guys are in Daytona, get your tickets and come and see us. I'm going to be there with a bunch of my builder friends, great legendary people who I look up to. And we're going to have a great breakfast, and the proceeds are going to charity. Also, we're going to do the morning ride, Biker Bells and Harley Davidson morning ride, and that is also in Daytona. You can get tickets for that. Come out, ride with us, and all the proceeds for that are going to Helping with Horsepower, our good friend Laura Clock. Then, of course, there's no reason other than this to go to Daytona. In my book, it's the Willie's Chopper Time Tropical Tattoo Show with Roadside Marty. Tons and tons of fun. So definitely come out and see us for all of that good stuff. All right, we're going to get on with our segments here. We got a great guest tonight, Mrs. Heather Callen of Source Media, so I'm excited about that. All right, let's do Fan 5 Good Things. I appreciate everybody keeping it simple and allowing me to get through this. So pictures, we're going to get pictures in there. All right, Chip from Gallup, New Mexico. His 5 good things. One of his 5 good things was his 1965 Panhead. I can understand that. Not only is it a beautiful bike, but has kickstart and electric start. So the 1 year, we're happy about that. Sal from Syracuse, New York. My 98-year-old mama's Sunday gravy. That's what is one of his 5 good things. Gotta love that too. I love Sunday gravy. Don's not much of a red sauce person, but we make him Alfredo when I want Sunday gravy. Cooks for days. All right, Sherry from Orlando, Florida. Riding in the year-round sunshine. Let's hear it for that. I'm all about that. Although that makes it for a crazy life in the shop because you never get a break. And I guess for our friends up north, they get a break, but there's no riding time. That's when they pull their bikes down and have a chance to customize it over and over again. Cool. Fletcher, Florida City. This one's good. Boobies. He's grateful for boobies, so I can't say much more than that. Hi, Lance Baxter, Leesburg, Florida. He always tunes in. Nice to see you tonight. All right, Caroline from Perdido Key, Florida. Her new 2023 HD Breakout. That's cool. She bought a new bike. That is the one that I've definitely been looking at. I'm interested in riding that one. That looks pretty cool. Looks like a good one. All right. So tonight we're going to do our Ask Athena question. I pulled this one out because I guess I can't just have all the great questions. I got to have some little bit of controversy there. You know, there's always a smart ass in every crowd. So do my best to answer this and see how it works out. So Sonny from Albany, Georgia. He said, hi, Dennis Stauber. Good evening. He says, I happened upon your show and was wondering why 5 good things. Who cares really? think you might want to rethink that tagline. I like your show. The content is okay, and some of the guests are cool, but I really don't get it. Care to explain? Okay, I'm going to explain. 5 good things. There's no reason why not. The whole world can bring you down. If some days you're having a bad day or a friend's having a bad day, you just pull out 5 good things. If you can count 5 good things on your list, if you get to 5 good things, it could change your perspective. I do that. I torture everybody. When they're having a bad day, they call me up. I listen to everything they have to say, and then I tell them, listen, give me 5 good things. Sometimes I get a rain check. Most of the times I get 5 good things. So I'm real excited about that. It's good for you. It's good for your soul too. And just remember, if you can come up with 5 good things, not for anything in the world, that's more than some people have. So we're happy for that. And I don't know what else to tell you. The world will make you miserable if you let it. Find 5 good things. Turn it around. So that's my answer for tonight. Thanks for the question. And the tagline, well, we're working on all the little bits and pieces here. So that's what I wanted. That's what we get for now. I'm happy about it. Hi, March. Nice to see you. Miss Linda, I see you watching too. That was too cool. All right. Tonight's Cultural Corner, my favorite magazine. Okay, we're ready. Psychosource is the grassroots chopper magazine. The content is awesome. Got tech tips, news, events, tons more. Motorcycle features, builders and riders. And, that's something that I like to read the editorial. It's something I look forward to because it's the shiznit in my book. I know the editor too, so that's something. But I look forward to my subscription every month. So, and yes, it's in print and digital. So you can find that at cyclesource.com. Get your subscription. Make sure you check it out. It's got all kinds of stuff. Bandit writes for BikerNet. He does all the EPA news and what's going on in our world. So definitely, Mr. Callen, Chris Callen, he said, she pulled my head out of my ass with the 5 once or twice. I do ask my friends when they're having a bad day. So yes. So yeah, check out Cycle Source magazine. There it is on the screen. Got to have it. If you're a chopper lover, a motorcycle lover at all, it's a must do. So, and then when there's events going on, a lot of times you'll find me at the Cycle Source tent with the crew because I enjoy my family. All right, cool. So now we're going to go to Community Corner. This one I thought was really cool. I found this one online, and for me, it made sense. It's motorelief.org. So it's the Motorcycle Relief Project. It was founded in December of 2014. They do relief rides. They're 5-day adventures that they do for veterans and first responders with PTSD. I mean, okay, what more is there? You go out for 5 days on a motorcycle. They provide the motorcycle and the tour. They go to Colorado during the summer and then Arizona in the winter months. And they bring all these people out that need a little bit of lift, make it one of their 5 good things. So they go on this trip. The travel expense isn't covered yet, but they have a lot of great sponsors, and we're hoping that maybe as people watch and get involved, they'll have more sponsors that'll help cover those costs. So what a great, great community thing to do. I'm so excited about that. I love different stuff. If you know of somebody that has a good charity going on in their community, anything at all, please send it to us because we like to promote it here. All right. Tonight we have a really good guest. So Miss Heather Callen of Cycle Source magazine. She's a good friend, big part of my motorcycle family, and one of my inspirations who I did have the opportunity to work with this past summer. She is Cycle Source, Torque Performance TV, and she's co-host of Shop Talk. She is tagged as one of the hardest working women in motorcycles, and I do have to concur, and she is tonight's spark. Now, if you guys haven't seen Shop Talk on Sunday night, you can find it on cyclesource.com. It is one of the coolest shows. It's informative. They're funny. It's Miss Heather Callen, is the rose between 2 thorns. She sits in between her husband, Chris Callen, and Mark, their group. It's just funny. You have to watch it. And they have great guests, and they inspired me to do this. So, because I see their show all the time, and I love it. So I'm going to show some pictures like we do normally. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to hide that one. Thing One's doing a great job too. Hooray, Thing One. Okay, there's Miss Heather. She is on the back of the motorcycle backwards doing photography. Look at that. It takes nerve to do that. Of course, she's with her husband that she trusts so very much. But that's still a crazy position to be in. And she does a great job. She does some cool shots too. Oh, Mark Angry Elf Persichetti. That's why I didn't say his last name, because I massacre it. And we do love Mark. Look at Miss Heather there. She's sitting on a rolling chassis, no tires. She's ready to go. She's getting started. I love these pictures. See, and I get to see the pictures as we put them up, so it's pretty neat. All right, let's go to the next one. Oh, there's their wedding day. They got married in Sturgis. Look at them. They're beautiful. Fantastic. Great people, too. I absolutely love and adore both of them. Okay, let's go to the next photos. Okay. Up the rodeo. That is a fantastic shot. She participates in everything. The strongman competition at the smokeout was awesome. She got in the chicks participation part of it, where the girls were running back and forth, carrying motors and everything. They were doing it. They were doing it up. I might try that next year. I don't know. I have to work out a little bit. I was busy working with the crew. So, all right. Next shot. Look at her and her Cyclosaurus. So smiley. She's one of the best. She's a hard worker, and she's always doing something cool with motorcycles. She puts on great events. Go ahead. Next photo. Let's see what we got there. Okay. Look at that. See, she got the cowboy hat on. Okay. We're going at it. That is in Sturgis. That was at the front of the Dennis Kirk stage. That was this year, I do believe. I was there for that. Okay. Next one. Long day, long road trip. And she's got a nice chair going on there. See, our better halves are good for more than just, good looks and a little nookie here and there. They actually make good chairs, too. All right. Next one. Thing one's doing good. In the rain. Rain, sleet, snow, or hail. Miss Heather never fails. Look at her. She's out there doing it. She's taking the photos, getting it in. All right. Just going through these pictures. Now, in Sturgis, they have an event, and it's boogie nights, like total, absolute, no bullshit disco theme. It is too cool. I really love that. That's a good picture. All right. And here she is. Chris races a Sons of Speed during Daytona. We will see him there on Saturday. And Miss Heather is his crew chief, his cheerleader, and his photographer. You have to love that. All right. And this picture's good, too, with Mondo. Look at that. Yeah, there we go. I think that's Miss Shadow. I'm not sure. I have to ask her about that one. Okay, and then we got some more. We have a few more. And I love that my guests send me the pictures that they like, because it matters, This is a good one, too. All right, there she is. And that's Willie and Jay Allen and Chris and Heather. It's probably at the Tropical Tattoo Show. That's her taking photographs. She does that, too. She puts on events. She does everything. There's no bullshit. And she's... Keep going, because we're going to get into the good pictures here. All right. Look at her big smile. Xavier on that side. I'm not sure if that's Billy. I'm not sure who that is. I'll have to ask her. Chris should be typing to me. There she is in the studio. Again, they do Shop Talk. I love that show. Sunday nights, 9 o'clock. Have to check it out. All right. And then there she is. She's working in the shop. See? We do it. She's bead blasting or sand blasting somebody. And that was Johnny in that other picture. See, Chris is typing. He's watching. That's cool. All right. Go ahead. Next one. There she is. Just working away. I love it. All right. Look at that. Taking pictures. And she taught me some stuff in Sturgis, too. It was really cool. So my photography's getting a little better. Okay. Now, before we bring her in. Oh, there we go. Oh, that was a good one, too. She's almost getting run over there. And I think there's one more, right? Look at that. Big smile. She's so beautiful. Chris is a lucky guy. He knows it, too. Oh, Sugar Bear. Look at that. Sugar Bear is an icon in our industry. Incredible man. Incredible builder. That was too funny. So before we bring her in, I'm going to do this, like kind of a little commercial for our favorite sub shop, okay? We are going to go ahead and show here. So we go to this sub shop. It's called Seaside Subs. And this is the sign that is in front of the counter when you walk in. And in case no one told you today, you are loved, okay? Let's go to the next picture for me. This is when you walk in. This is Dawn and Andrew. This is their little place. They have the best subs in Deerfield Beach. So if you're ever in town or you live here, go there and get subs. Go ahead, click again, because I'm sure there's more. Thingman's doing good over here. He had the flu last week, so he's a little slow. There's me and Miss Dawn. And go ahead. The best part is the next one. I think that's my favorite. Look at that. On the bags, she writes our names. Dad makes little desserts every day. Her dad comes in and makes little desserts every day. So you get a little dessert, and she loads us up with sandwiches the way we want. It's fantastic. So Seaside Subs, Deerfield Beach, and the Cove Plaza. So hi, Miss Dawn. Hi, Andrew. I know you're watching. That's too funny. We're gonna work out a little commercial for her. I learned how to edit video this week, so we're excited about that. All right. Oh, and thing one, you let me forget. You skipped past that. You're not gonna get brownie points. We didn't do our product pick of the week.
It's not on
You're fired. It's right in front of you. You missed it. Go. There you go. Up. Go up. Let's bring in Miss Heather. Go on. Oh, fun. We're getting a little better at this. I'm looking forward to, practice. Okay, here she goes. We'll go to the top of the pictures. Hi, Miss Heather.
Athena.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm so excited. Thing one's going to
thank
scroll
you for
up so we
having
have her.
me.
Yeah, it's super cool. I'm excited. I wanted to talk to you about things that are going on. I know you guys have a lot of upcoming stuff.
Oh my God, you have no idea.
Tell us a little bit
We have
about.
so much stuff going on. Gosh, we're kicking off our season early at Cycle Showcase. We're gonna go hang out with Big Randy in St. Louis, February 11th and 12th, and then Daytona Bike Week. We have bike games, World's Strongest Biker. Our bike show is every Tuesday every year, and then we help out with the Dennis Kirk show and Willie's. A whole bunch of stuff going on, but like, if I hate to say this, but if you go to cyclesource.com, you'll be able to see all the events we have, or even our Facebook page. I think I have most of our events loaded, at least through till April anyway.
That is fantastic. I'm looking forward to a lot of the stuff you got going on as well.
It's fun. We have a good time. It's a lot of work, but it's fun.
How's the weather up there?
Yesterday it was 50 degrees, and today it's snowing.
It's snowing?
So, yeah, it's snowing right now, actually, I think. But it's all right.
You guys had a great show. You guys had a great show last night, and you did mention how you would give up. What did you say? Oh, you said you would turn the sprinklers on so that Chris thought it was raining, and then you would buy a snow machine. Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love that.
I was born and raised in New England. I am not a winter person, and the further south I can go, the happier I'll be.
Anytime. We're here in Florida, but I know you were talking about Arizona could possibly be the place.
I like Arizona. I like Arizona an awful lot, especially within the Payson area. I really like, this isn't too far south, and they get a little bit of winter, but I spent a few weeks in Tennessee last year and fell in love with it.
Tennessee's beautiful.
Yeah, I really like being in Tennessee, and I really like Texas Hill Country too. So most places where there's not a lot of winter are good in my book.
I'm good with that. I don't do well, for sure, in the cold. I like to visit, but I like it warm, for sure.
Yeah, I would like to fly. I would like to have to visit winter. I don't want to live in winter anymore. And
so I do have a question for you, though.
Sure.
So you have Daytona coming up, but this past year we did the first revisit of the Smokeout.
Yes.
You're getting ready for that already, aren't you?
We started actually almost right after the last one ended. So Smokeout 23, Rowan County Fairgrounds, September 7th through 10th of this year. We actually added a day to the event because it was so successful last year. We're going to have full schedule on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and maybe a little something Sunday morning before we kick everybody out.
Cool. That's awesome. That is very cool.
Yeah, so, we're super excited.
What do you think about some questions?
Sure.
Okay. So we're going to start with a few short ones, then we'll get into some other ones. So dogs or cats?
Dogs. I have
dogs.
2 English bulldogs.
Yes.
Yep. Couldn't live without them.
Nugget.
And Mr. Smalls.
And Mr.
They're
Smalls.
my babies. Yeah.
Those dogs are incredible.
They are, like you can have the worst day ever and you come into these dogs and the world is right again. The way they greet you, like you've been gone forever. It's a beautiful thing. They're slobber, drool, stinky bums. I'll take it all.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay.
And they were my answer to empty nest syndrome. When my daughter graduated and was going off to college, I'm like, yeah, I need dogs.
It's crazy how that happens when they move out. You're just like, I rescued a horse when mine moved out. It was a little crazy.
Oh, That's a little harder than rescuing dogs, I think.
Just a little. So apples or
Just a
oranges?
little. Apples with peanut butter.
Apples with peanut butter. Good answer. Hotel or camping?
Either or. I'm good. Like our honeymoon was 18 days with a tent and 2 sleeping bags. So I'm good with anything.
Okay. So slow, fast, or faster?
Depends what you're talking about.
You can take that in any direction you want.
You know, it all depends on what you're doing and what your mood is. So there's a time and a place for everything.
I like that. That's a good answer. Sunshine or moonshine?
Sunshine
Mm,
all day long.
okay. So I know, and a lot of people may not know, but you ride on the back.
I
You
do.
aspire to learn to ride. I know that's coming up for you.
Yes. Yeah, this spring I'm heading up to Massachusetts and I'm going to take a class where my sister took it and I'm just going to get out of my own head and go for it. It's something I've always wanted to do and there's no excuse. So,
You take it at your own pace. You do it when you're ready, and I'm glad you're
yeah,
ready. That means we'll get out on the road
absolutely.
together. That's cool. So,
Yeah.
how long have you been riding? Like, even just on the back?
Ooh, 20 years or so, maybe. A good bit.
How'd you get
Yeah,
into
about 20 years.
motorcycles?
Totally by accident. Um, so I lived in Laconia, New Hampshire for about 20 years after I moved out of my family home in Massachusetts. And Laconia, the epicenter of motorcycling, you know, the country's oldest motorcycle rally, you know, by their
yeah.
count, it's 100 years this year. By real count, I think it's actually 107.
Oh.
If you actually look at the history books, if I remember correctly. Chris, if I'm wrong, please correct me. But I was working at the local hospital, and you know, this rally came in every year and made noise and screwed up traffic. And you know, my then husband was like, "Well, why don't we take advantage of it? You know, I have a history in security, and let's go get a job at the Broken Spoke." So I'm like, "All right." Took my vacation time, went down to the Broken Spoke, and he got hired for security, and I wanted to do a beer tub. I know nothing about security, and Jay Allen told me I was too chubby to do a beer tub. He said I was, and at the time he wasn't wrong. I will give him that. He definitely was not wrong at the time. But he says, I need a female security guard. I'm like, I know nothing about it. He's like, look, I just have to have female security on my staff. I'm like, all right. Well, it turns out I was really, really good at it. And I went from, you know, being part of the security team to running security at all the Broken Spokes in the country. And that's how I got like my real foot in the door in the motorcycle world. You know, Daytona, Sturgis, Laconia. You can't get like thrown into any bigger pool than that.
That's no lie. That is definitely no lie. So, in your travels, what have been your favorite rides? Which motorcycle is the favorite that you've ridden, and what's the favorite route that you've ever ridden?
My favorite motorcycle to ride is our 1949 Panhead, the ticket. Buy the ticket, take the ride. Chris built that back in 2012. I love all the bikes Chris has built, but I think that one's my favorite, more for sentimental reasons than anything. My all-time favorite motorcycle, and Chris is I'm gonna hear him scream through the shop wall, is Sugar Bear's Gorgeous.
Oh.
And Sugar Bear loves to rib him about that. My favorite ride, I have to say, was our honeymoon trip. You know, we got married in Sturgis and loaded up our ultra classic again with a tent and 2 sleeping bags, and we just headed west. And we knew how much time we had. We had no plans, no itinerary, no agenda. It was when we got tired, I found a campground, and it was the most amazing trip I've ever had in my life. Like the things we saw and the people we met, it just was incredible. But I think favorite roads so far, I'd have to say the PCH, like Redwood Highway and the PCH. That was incredible.
It's a beautiful ride up there for sure.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
What is your absolute favorite song?
Mm. One that nobody's ever heard. Because
I
it's
like
one that it's actually one that Chris wrote for me. Nobody's ever heard it, and it's my favorite. It really is.
That's intriguing. That is cool. So he wrote you a song, and it's
He
just
did.
between you and him.
I hope eventually someday he puts it to music, but I think again for sentimental persons, but like at my funeral, Saving Grace, please. I still cry when I hear the national anthem. So I don't know. I guess I don't really necessarily have a favorite except for the one Chris wrote.
That is cool. That is very, very cool. It's nice to have that. So, okay.
Yeah.
Now, if you were a cocktail, what would you be?
Oh, I don't know. I'm kind of I really don't know. I'm not a huge drinker and I have like my go-to. So, I guess I'm pretty vanilla. So, I guess maybe vanilla vodka. I don't know.
Okay. All right. And let's see. What's your favorite road food?
You're going to hate this. I don't really eat road food. Like I don't eat I'm I'm not a junk food junkie, but like my one like kryptonite is jelly beans. No, I won't buy them. I love jelly beans. I will eat them until I make myself sick if they are there. I will not buy them. Chris buys them for me, but he has to ration them to me. Like every now and then he'll just come in and like slide me a handful. Like if I've done good that day, he'll like slide me a handful of jelly beans.
Nice.
So,
That is
but like
awesome.
I don't it's weird. I don't all my years doing all these rallies and all of that stuff. I don't eat rally food. I don't eat, I try to eat healthy for the most part, which is hard on the road, especially considering how much we travel. But
Yeah.
in a jam, I can always find a salad somewhere.
Nice. Okay. So, next question is, who is your childhood hero?
My dad.
Dad.
Without a doubt, my father.
Okay.
Which had nothing to do with motorcycles. And, I know everybody sees their parents from a different perspective, but growing up, I got to see my dad, who's this very, quiet, relatively stoic man, very, very smart, very talented, played guitar, photographed, did paintings, and all these really cool things. But the thing for me, like when he married my mom, she had 4 kids. And we were a family. Like, in my family, it's not like, oh, this is my stepbrother, this is my stepsister, this is my half brother, this is my half this is just our family. And for me, that takes a really big man to do that.
Yeah. Very cool.
So,
yeah. That is very cool. Who is your motorcycle hero?
I'm going to say a couple here, but because the one that my ultimate one, you guys are going to be like, seriously. I think Jody Perrowitz is pretty rad. Like there are days where I want to be like Jody Perrowitz. She rides and races and she's talented and she's just a super rad chick.
Yes.
Andrea LaBarbera, she is awesome. She's an airplane pilot. She rides motorcycles like there's no tomorrow. But ultimately at the end of the day, and I know people are going to think this is corny, my husband.
It's not corny.
And if I cry, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
He really is. He has dedicated his life to this thing that he loves, motorcycling, and that I love, and that has taken me in with open arms. And he writes and he rides, and everything he does is for perpetuating this culture. So how can he not be your hero?
I definitely have to agree with that. And you couldn't have said it better. I mean, like, you two fit so well together. I mean, it's just you are yeah, but you guys are more all the work you jumped right in. All the work that you've actually put into it. I mean, you have complimented everything he started,
Oh, he's taught me so much. When I came here, I didn't know jack about this. Like that picture that you saw of me on the roller, that was a bike that we built called Bored to Death. It was a 1973 Ironhead. And when I first moved to Pennsylvania, somebody had left that bike, the whole motorcycle, in his driveway with a note on it that said, "Make something cool out of me."
Oh.
So when I got here, he said, you really, if you're going to be part of what we do, you really need to learn what goes into building a motorcycle. So that was the first motorcycle I ever got to help build. I mean, stripped it down, like you name it, I was involved in every single part of it, even right down to helping him engrave the cases. But that was my first foray into building motorcycles, was that little roller you saw me sitting on.
That is awesome. And Chris, I know you're watching. He said, but he definitely is lucky because, like, you got it going on, girl. I love it. And I love that you just jump right in there. You know what I mean?
Well, you kind of don't have a choice. It's like sink or swim. And, like, seriously, like, and I'm certainly not going to let him shoulder that burden because he's worked his whole life for this dream. And, like, I kind of think in a lot of ways, like, I joke and I tell him I'm his rainbow chaser. He'll have these grandiose ideas and he gets so excited and so passionate about it that passion just, like, it seeps into your pores and you have to help him succeed. So you learn as much as you possibly can to pick up where you can. Like, I didn't know jack about any of that. I didn't even barely have Facebook when I came here. And now, like, social media and videos and editing and all of the stuff, like Photoshop, I was like, what is Photoshop? I'm like, I can spell. I'm pretty good with the English language. I can do that. But man, I've learned so much in the years that I've been here.
I am grateful that he brought you in because everybody loves you. Laura Wilkinson says, hello, Heather.
Hi,
You're
Laura.
amazing. That's so cool.
She's amazing. Congratulations, Laura. She is officially today a certified welder. She took the class and she passed today. I am so proud of her.
That's awesome, Laura. That is so cool. We're going to be doing some stuff in Sturgis together, so I'm very excited. Yeah. We got some girl stuff going on, which we'll talk about it another time. But yeah, it's
real
cool.
Quick, I want to, Laura Clock too. She is the Grand Marshal for Sturgis this year. They just announced that the other day. I'm super happy about that too. But
yeah, we put that in the news. Yeah, she's doing, and with helping with horsepower, it's amazing. Yeah, all the stuff that she's done. It is absolutely amazing. All right, so this is a good question. What is your favorite event?
Smoke Out. Duh.
I knew that was coming.
No, I like Smoke Out is amazing. And again, I'm biased. It's an event that Chris and I have started being the caretakers of and last year, and hoping we'll be able to carry that torch for a few more years. But if I had to tell, aside from Smoke Out, if I had to tell somebody to go to one event, if they only had to pick one rally, I would have to say Sturgis. Without a doubt, hands down, you have to go to Sturgis.
Yeah, that's the real deal.
Well, and Sturgis, unlike so many other rallies, has the ability to be anything you want it to be. If you want to party your ass off every day, you can do that. If you want to see a different kind of motorcycle racing every day, you can do that. If you want to ride some of the most amazing roads in the country, you can do that every day. So it really can be whatever you want it to be. Different bike shows every day. Like, it's incredible. So yeah.
And concerts every day too. You can get more than one a day for sure. Yep.
Absolutely.
That is cool. So then the next question, what are your two most cherished motorcycle memories?
That's a tough question. Because I've had so many good ones. I think one, it probably has to be fixing the panhead for Chris in Daytona. Telling him what was wrong and telling him how to fix it. That's probably one of my favorite.
Oh, do tell.
Well, the panhead has an SU carb, and he taught me right when we first started riding that I started riding with him, like a little bit of 3-in-1 Marvel Mystery Oil in the top of the SU. When it starts getting chuggy or not running or spitting, fixes everything. And it was acting up like a son of a gun, and he's getting all mad, and we're trying to go down the road. I'm like, did you put oil in it lately? And he whips it out of his little pocket as he's cursing me the whole time. So he's like, I can't believe you fixed my panhead. So of course I have to tell everybody that I fixed his panhead.
I love it.
So that's probably one of my favorite ones. And I think just our honeymoon trip, again, like, not everybody gets to do that. And I feel so blessed that we were able to do that. We went through Yellowstone and literally the northernmost point in the continental United States, Nia Bay, and all the way down to Loring by the Sea. You don't like that's a once in a lifetime trip for a lot of people. So I'd have to say those two.
That is super cool. And you guys were gone for 18 days, right? You just
We
camped the whole
were
way.
like, we had like 1 or 2 hotel rooms in there just because we needed to do laundry and stuff like that. We went through Death Valley with Kiwi Mike.
Yeah.
It was 134 degrees in August. It was crazy. It was hot enough that the gas in Kiwi's, I think it was a 1947 Indian Chief, was actually boiling
Ooh,
from running it in that temperature. It was crazy.
that is nuts. That's why they call it Death Valley, though, right?
Oh, yeah, it's definitely not like sunshine and rainbows.
Not sunshine and rainbows.
But it was awesome. It was really cool. Like Death Valley is an amazing experience.
And
just not
Kiwi Mike is also an amazing experience. Him and Miss Caroline.
Oh, they are. They're wonderful people, wonderful humans.
Very much. I'm gonna have him on the show one day.
Nice.
Yeah, it should be fun. I love having my friends.
Ready.
Yeah. Oh, get the bleeper ready.
Get the bleeper ready.
That is too cool. So, if you could go back and tell your 25-year-old self something, what would that be?
Man, that's a really hard one because it's been a lot of lessons in the past 23 years. A lot of not so easy ones, but I think it's just, I really don't know. I really that's one of those questions that I've actually been asking myself lately, and I've been doing a lot of looking at myself and what I need to do differently to find happiness and and to be grateful and look at the bigger picture. But I guess just that it will work out the way it's supposed to, and just have faith.
There you go. I like that. That's a good answer. All right, so this question is pretty good. If money didn't matter and you could take a ride anywhere with anyone, where would it be and with who?
Europe.
Okay.
And my dad.
Fantastic. That is cool. Any specific spots in Europe that you'd want to go to?
Italy. I would love to go to Italy, Sicily, Naples. But can I have Chris there too? Because Chris never got to meet my dad. So it'd have to be my dad and Chris.
Okay.
Because they never got to meet each other. My dad passed before Chris was around. But I'd love to do Ireland again with my father. That was one of my dad's jams. He used to go like every other year with my mother. But I want to see Italy and just everywhere. There's no place given the opportunity that I wouldn't go. Even in the Middle East. If given the opportunity, I would go everywhere and experience every culture there is. Because everything has something to offer. Even the insight into how lucky we are to live the way that we do when you see some of the other places.
Amen to that, for sure. I totally agree with you. And they have some crazy bike show in Dubai.
Yes. I want to get invited to that one. Yeah. No,
okay.
I would go anywhere, really. Like, there isn't any place I wouldn't go given the opportunity. Even Russia, and I know things are tumultuous there, Russia and Ukraine, but in a conversation that I had with Round the World Doug, and who has literally been everywhere, when you ask him what his favorite place was, and like for the people, he straight up said Russia. He said, as far as being a motorcyclist in Russia, they were the kindest, most generous, greatest people. And then he said the worst was France, but so yeah.
Oh,
so I could maybe skip France.
And that's Doug Wilkie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's too funny because Susie Yaffe is saying, let's go to Verona next year.
Yes.
That's a good idea. Hi, Susie.
Hi,
that
Susie.
Is cool.
So
yes,
actually,
definitely.
I think we actually are due, like our goal, knock on wood, is to go to Italy next year. Is it next year? Oh my God, it is next year. Next year, my sister turned 60 and I turned 50. And that's going to be our thing. We're going to go to Italy, I hope. Fingers crossed.
Well, if you guys are going at the right time, Tony Pan is going with Barry Wardlaw and Miss Gypsy and Dana.
Really? Oh, nice.
Yeah, she's from, she was born in England, and then Tony Pan was born in Sicily. So they're going to go visit those places and take the 2 Alabama guys with them.
Oh, jeepers. That's going to be a trip and a half. That's awesome.
Yeah, maybe you guys could cross paths or something like that. I think that's
and
awesome.
All of those people are such good humans. Oh, my goodness. Barry Wardlaw, he just brings such a light when he's around.
Yes.
Like, he's just so good to be around. I want to soak it all up.
Yes. Miss Vivian too. She's the same way.
I haven't been able to spend as much time with Miss Vivian, but she is wonderful too. She really is.
Definitely. Okay, so I don't know if you heard tonight's question, my viewer question. He asked about the tagline. He said he wanted to know why 5 good things. I pretty much told him, more positive than negative. Plus, it's my show. What the hell do you care, right?
Right, exactly. Exactly. It's perspective. When you can think of 5 good things, it gives you perspective.
That's my take on it.
Yeah, even on the worst days, like it can always be worse. It can always be worse. Yeah, you know what? Your car broke down, but you had a car to break down in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a pipe burst, but you had a house that the pipe burst in.
Mm-hmm.
It's just all about finding the gratitude and even the very smallest things. Like the other night, I was grateful I had my own hair to cut.
You did it too. And it looks gorgeous. I don't know. You were brave. That's really brave. I mean, really brave.
Well, I figure it's long enough and it's curly enough. I couldn't screw it up that bad.
That's too funny. I like that.
So.
That's the go-getter attitude, though. I mean, got to get it done.
Well, I'm trying to challenge myself to step out of my comfort zone way more because I have this incredible fear of failure that I very often stay in my little safe space. So when I have opportunities to try something new, sometimes I have to force myself to do it. And sometimes I chicken out. But this time I was like, what's the worst that could happen? It'll grow back.
That is awesome. That's that thing too, to get out of your safe space, and especially when it's really that, I mean, I'm sure you're like me. My hair is my favorite thing about me. You know what I mean? You can see my hair.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, everything.
I love my hair. Like my hair is my favorite aspect about me, but at the end of the day, it will grow back.
Mm-hmm.
Can't be that bad.
That's the thing they say. Like, what's the difference between a good haircut and a bad haircut? 7 days. I guess if you're a guy, 7 days. Oh, that is too cool. So tell us something good about yourself that others might not know.
Oh, something good about myself that others might not know. Good how? Like something that I've overcome or
anything. You pick.
That
you want to share.
I don't know. All right, this one's really funny, and this is totally a to make me feel good thing. Like at one point in my life, I was 200 pounds.
Okay.
So, and I think like being able to like stay healthy and keep it off in today's world of fast food and the fact that it's easier to stop at McDonald's than it is to get a salad, most people wouldn't picture me at 200 pounds.
Okay.
I don't know. I like to write. I like to read. I don't know. I really don't. I don't know. I'm not.
When you say like to read,
about myself.
What do you like to read? Like, what's your favorite thing to read? Like, I mean, because you're in a motorcycle magazine and all that, but what, like, you read literature? You read?
No, I read like Jodi Picoult and Nicholas Sparks. Nothing of substance. Like total chick flick, sappy, like make me cry books and movies.
All right.
Yep.
That's awesome.
All the stuff that sets men up for failure. That's what I like to read.
I love it. That is awesome. That is fantastic. Okay, so then we're going to ask you for your 5 good things.
Oh, let's see. 5 good things. I am grateful that I have a house and a family and my dogs and some bitchin' motorcycles and my motorcycle family. Like, they took this little, Wonder Bread girl from New England and embraced her. And I have this huge family now that, and a lot of the pictures I included were just to show how thankful I am to have so many of those people in my life now, that I can call a friend.
And
So
I noticed that you have great pictures. I consider you part of my motorcycle family, and I'm grateful to have you more than you know. And I'm really honored that you took the time out to come and be on the show because,
I
again,
can't
you are,
believe you asked me.
but you're such an inspiration. I mean, just even if you go back and watch this after and you hear the answers that you give, you literally but you always inspire me because you are always on the go. You do it. You challenge yourself to do and try everything. You know what I mean? And
Oh, thank you.
that's the positive forward motion that we all have to have. Otherwise, life stays stagnant. And I'm just so super grateful to you.
Oh,
And
thank
then
you so much.
you
Thank you,
know
thank you.
your wonderful husband who's over there typing all along over here. He's got all
I
kinds of
can't
stuff to
see.
say.
Oh
That's good
goodness.
because he's just talking shit over there. That's his
Are you
normal.
spell checking, Chris?
I love it. I absolutely love it. Ha ha ha. He's too funny. Miss Heather, thank you so very much.
Thank
I will see
you.
you in Daytona
Yes,
for sure.
ma'am. Yes,
Okay, and
yes, yes.
Chris is going to be racing Sons of Speed, so you'll be out there.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
very
Sons of
good.
Speed, Sunday, March 4th. We'll be out there racing. And then we're going to be mostly home base at Daytona. At Daytona, at the Broken Spoke in Daytona.
Okay.
Warren Lane's got his thing on Sunday. We've
Mhm.
got a thing on Monday, Tuesday, Friday. We'll be around.
Okay, well, everybody will catch you out there for sure. You can go to cyclesource.com, and then you can watch Shop Talk on Sunday nights at 9 o'clock.
Yes.
And they also you have Torque Performance and Torque Performance TV also. So, and everybody can find that at cyclesource.com, right?
Yes, absolutely. Yep.
Very cool. Thank you so very much for being here.
Thank
I
you,
love you.
Athena.
I
I
appreciate
love
it.
you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I appreciate you taking your time.
No, thanks for being here. I'll talk to you soon.
All right. Be safe. Be good.
All right, you too. How awesome was that? I absolutely love it. See, I'm so blessed and so lucky. She is fantastic. I have wonderful women in my world, and it's so super cool. Lots of wonderful men too, but like when you have awesome chicks and something in common, and like Susie Yaffe, she's messaging. I want to go to Verona next year. Let's go. I'm up. I'm ready for it. That's too funny. And we all have our kids riding, our grandkids riding with us, and little peeps, big peeps, you name it. So. All right, well, I'm going to give you guys my 5 good things tonight. My husband, the kids, and the grandson, they bring me daily joy, so I'm grateful for that. My good-natured spirit, because that brings all these wonderful people into my life and allows me to do the things that I do. My opportunities to inspire and be inspired. I love it. I inspire others, but then I'm inspired, like having Miss Heather and other wonderful guests inspired daily. And then, of course, my motorcycle life. I wouldn't trade it for the world. And then being right here, right now, doing this little show. So that's awesome. Then I do have an afterthought. Tonight's afterthought. Do something to inspire someone. See, there you go. No matter what you think you have to offer, if it's genuine, comes from your heart, drives passion in your being, share it with others. When you think about those who inspire you, share them too. Make a positive impact, be inspirational, and be inspired. That is too awesomely perfect for tonight's show. Don't forget, smile big with your heart, not for any one person or a group, just do it for you. Remember to be kind to yourself and others. It matters, okay? It very much matters. And then please participate, in the show. Send us your 5 good things. Send us your Ask Athena questions. You never know. I'll read your 5 good things here. Possibly give you a little biker chick perspective on your question. And then don't forget to follow us on Facebook, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and stay tuned for more great guests. Thanks again to Miss Heather for joining us. Thanks to our new sponsor. We have our first sponsor, Techno Research. You'll be seeing little ads here and there. And during the day, I do work in the shop at our shop, Vagabond Chopper. So we're going to do little clips, and it'll be Athena After Dark. And on the website and the Facebook page, we're going to go ahead and show Athena during the day so that you get what we do. I love it, and I'm so fantastically happy. Thanks again to Miss Heather for joining us, our sponsor, and Miss Dawn and Andrew at Seaside Subs, our first advertiser. Thank you all for viewing, and I'll see you next week, 10 p.m. Eastern Time, for another great guest. Love to all. Good night. Chopper on. Love you guys.